What's going on, everybody? This is the GameHuntah channel, another episode of Clash Royale, and in this episode we're gonna take a look to the Barbarian Wave deck. This is my battle deck, guys. Actually working quite okay. I mean, every 10 victories, 1 defeat. It's not too bad. It's a really decent deck. The average elixir cost is quite high. I don't like to have over 4, but in this case it's working quite okay because of the Barbarian. Barbarian is one of the most well-balanced units in the game. They do a lot of damage against buildings. They can take the hit. They don't die in one fireball, for giving an example, or one arrow, right? So, what am I using in this battle deck? Barbarians, Hawk Rider, Archer, Wizard, Britney Spears, Barbarian Hot, Fireball, and Bomber. Okay, the idea is to create a combo between the Barbarians that are coming from the Barbarian Hot, the other Barbarians, hopefully the Bomber, right? Also, it works really good if we put the Hawk Rider. The Hawk Rider is so annoying, so annoying. People completely freak out when they see the Hawk Rider coming. So I can use the Hawk Rider either as an attacking weapon or just to catch the attention of my opponent, right? Britney Spears and Archers, because they're really cheap units that can help me to counter minions and units like that. I got the Wizard for that purpose too, to counter the horde of a minion horde. And the Fireball works okay. Still, yeah, if you land the Fireball at the correct point, you can actually do some decent damage to any unit. Alright, so let's go and analyze a couple of these battles. Alright, let's go. Battle number 1. Barbarian Hot, Fireball, Britney Spears, Barbarian. And the next one is the Bomber. So, what we're gonna do, when you have these kind of cards to start the match, it's a no-brainer to put the Barbarian Hot first, because it consumes the highest amount of elixir, which is 7. So we're gonna put the Barbarian Hot, and the idea is to get close to the bridge. Once we get close to the bridge, we should be able to have 5 more elixir to deploy the second group of Barbarian. And trust me, Barbarian Hot plus Barbarians is a strong force. If we are lucky, we will be able to deploy also the Bomber. And here we go, battle number 1. Okay, I'm gonna speed up things just a little bit, just to make sure that we are in good shape. There you go. Okay, Barbarians are coming out from the Barbarian Hut. As we get close to the bridge, we can deploy another group of Barbarian, which is creating a big army of 6 Barbarians pushing towards that tower. Now we got the Bomber. Bomber with the splash damage can actually destroy Barbarians quite easy. That Tombstone, not a match, and the Bomber one more time was able to take care of all the skeletons. We're gonna start pushing really strong from the top right tower. Even if my opponent deploy a Wizard, which is gonna do right now, we're still in good shape and doing some decent damage. Hawk Rider coming from the left side. My opponent is gonna leave it confused. I'm pushing from both sides at the same time. Alright, things are looking quite okay. Trying to destroy the elixir factory, that is okay. This is the moment of truth. It's a little bit complicated for me because I don't really want to sacrifice my offense right now. So I'm gonna probably let the Hawk Rider and that Knight destroy my bottom left tower. That is okay at this point, okay? You can take that one. You need to be patient. Once that you have your combos in your hand, you should be in good shape. One more time, Bombers charging with a group of Barbarian, and we have Britney Spear providing some extra support. That tower in the top right corner is gonna go down in 2 seconds because the Bomber is too powerful, way too powerful. And you look at the Barbarian wave pushing towards the King Tower. Got Barbarians coming. 2 Barbarians left, 1 Hawk Rider, some Archers are coming, and in a few more seconds I should be able to deploy something else. It's really difficult to stop at this point this attack, even if you deploy those Barbarians, because I had the Fireball, and the Fireball is always my ace. I got my Fireball in case it's necessary to finish the battle. Not too bad. Let's go for the next battle. Okay, battle number 2. This one is a tough one to start with. We got Wizard, Hawk Rider, Bomber, Britney Spear, Archer, no Barbarian. So the Barbarian wave might need to wait for a little bit. But let's get this party rolling, okay? We're gonna start in a more defensive position right now because there is no point for me to start pushing. The only thing that I can deploy as an offensive unit is the Hawk Rider. The Fireball and Bomber, look at how powerful it is. Fireball and Bomber were capable to destroy the big army of Barbarians. One more time, we're going to more defensive stand. Yep, Hawk Rider is coming this way, which is a card that we need to be ultra careful. What I did and why deploy my barbarians close to the bridge instead of close to my tower to defend the tower is because of freeze. Okay, I'm so used to see freeze. I mean, people get so crazy when they see a hog rider, they deploy the units right in top of the tower, and at that point you use one freeze and you can freeze every single unit and the tower. So if I got my units deployed close to the bridge, some of the units can get freeze, but not every single one. That's another tip. All right, now we start pushing forward. The king tower still got 2 barbarians. Not too bad. 2 barbarians level 8, and here comes another little army of barbarian coming from the right side. I got my barbarian hut in position and pushing from the left. Let's see. I believe I'm going to use the bomber and the archers to stop that little army. Ooh, the little army of barbarians. Look at the bomber on defense. Look at the bomber on defense. It's just a monster. The splash damage is just great. And in the meantime, I still have my barbarian hut deploying some barbarians and another full army of barbarian. The bomber is gonna probably meet my barbarians in the middle and it's probably kill that wizard. Yes, that's the closest target. And look at how fast. One bomb and good night. Good night. Bomber one more time attacking the king tower, and we are in good shape. We still have 1 minute to go, and when it's the 1 minute mark is the best moment for my deck, because I'm gonna have a lot of elixir and my cards are not that expensive. All right, so it's really easy to deploy a big group of Britney Spears archers and also the bomber. All right, you can deploy the bomber super fast. And again, we got the fireball in case we need to target at a specific building. Hog Rider start attacking the king tower. Pushing forward with bomber. Look at that. We got bomber, barbarian, Britney Spear. Every single unit is pushing from the right side. Really difficult to stop. Like I say, barbarian wave is one of the most powerful combination. In this case, is my battle deck, and I really love it. I really love it. Big fan of the. Ooh. Big fan of the barbarians, and now we have more barbarians coming from the barbarian hut, and also the hog rider is taking care of the tower. Oh, that wasn't enough. That's no problem because we still have the fireball. Fireball, can you take care of business, please? 3, 2, 1. Come on, are we doing this? Yes, no, boom. That's it. I was waiting for the bomb so we can get the 3-star before the overtime. Another good battle, another 3-star, or another 3 crowns. Okay, whatever, you wanna call it the way you want. And let's go for another battle. Alright, let's go. Wizard, Fireball, Archers, Britney Spears. Next one is Barbarian. My opponent, Wizard, Bomber, P.E.K.K.A, Skeleton, and Britney Spears next. Alright, let's get this party rolling. Usually, people try to deploy the P.E.K.K.A right away because it's expensive. But apparently in this case, my opponent decided to go for a combination between Bomber, Britney Spears, Wizard to stop my first move. Boom! Boom! Fireball. That's why the Fireball is so useful. That's why I feel like all the cards in this Barbarian Wave deck are complementing each other quite okay. You see? I got the damage that the Bomber is doing, all the splash damage, and I can finish the job with one Fireball. Let's keep pushing forward. Here comes the Hog Rider. Let's see, we're gonna start using the Wizard to counter this unit. It shouldn't be any problem, and now we're gonna counter with a Hog Rider. This is not good. We got a big army of barbarians in that location. Oh, that definitely is not gonna work in our advantage. But okay, I think the Wizard can take the hit. Yep, Wizard was able to take care of business, and now we're pushing forward with another army of barbarians. At this point, look at this, we're gonna start pushing, and that tower is gonna go down because, like I say, barbarians are really difficult to stop. It's not an easy unit to stop, my friend. They can take the hit from the cannons and also from some other units like the Wizard, which is one of the favorite units that many people use in the game. Finally the P.E.K.K.A. Finally the P.E.K.K.A. This could be trouble, but by the Barbarian Hut and a couple of units, be careful with the Bomber. Remember, as soon as you start the game, as soon as you see the cards that your opponent has or is using on the battlefield, it's probably a good idea to start waiting, counter, okay? As soon as I saw the P.E.K.K.A, I start thinking maybe if you deploy the Bomber, that could be a deadly combo, so that's why I decided to deploy my units a little bit far away from the P.E.K.K.A, a little bit far away. Pushing forward, one more time Barbarian, Wizard, and here comes the Hog Rider one more time to start causing some damage. Britney Spears, Skeleton, you see it? That's what the Hog Rider does. It creates chaos, okay? See, my opponent easily, he could have deployed the P.E.K.K.A a while ago, but because I was pressuring with the Hog Rider, he decided to use Britney Spears and also Skeleton to try to stop my attack. One more time, P.E.K.K.A in the middle, Bomber, look at that. Bomber and Barbarians are capable to stop the P.E.K.K.A and the Bomber. Wow. Nice, nice, nice job. Hard Riders gonna start pushing again. We still have a big group in the back with Barbarians and the Bomber to defend our base. And in the meantime, we have another army of Barbarian pushing towards the King Tower. Now that we're getting close, we got enough elixir to deploy the Bomber, and the Bomber can take care of the rest. Super powerful unit. One more time, 3 crowns, and this is what has been going on for a while. Every win that I've been having lately is a 3 crowns because the Barbarian wave is working quite okay for me. Let's go for another battle. Okay, let's go. Last battle of this episode. What do we have? Britney Spear, Wizard, Hog Rider, Archer to start, and the next one is the Barbarian Hut. So we need to try to figure out how are we going to deploy these units on the battlefield. And here we go. My opponent, Barbarian Hut, Tombstone, Barbarians, and also the Goblin Barrel. So ultra careful. Let's start the match with a Wizard. Really interesting opening card because you can clean the path. All those skeletons are not matched for the Wizard, and those Britney Spears are also going to go down because the Wizard is way too powerful for those units. See? In the meantime, finally got my Barbarians coming from the Barbarian Hut and joining the powerful Wizard. The Wizard is still alive and taking care of everything, and this is how I start overwhelming one of the corners of the map. You see, the right side, I got Barbarians coming, I got some Archer doing some damage. I still got my Bomber in there. See, and now that the Barbarians are there, the Bomber can take care of the tower. Look at this, doing damage to the Barbarians and the tower. That tower is going down. That tower is going down extremely fast. Bomber is still alive. As long as you have Barbarian in front, the Bomber is such a painful unit. Look at that, Barbarian Hut is gonna go down. Well, not yet. But in the meantime, a Hog Rider is gonna try to scare my opponent from the left side. We have some Goblin Hut, we got some Barbarian Hut, so we need to be a little bit careful from the right side. We can get overwhelmed extremely fast, so we can probably go in a more defensive stand. That doesn't mean that we're not gonna push, but probably it's a good idea to wait just a little. Wait just a little bit to see what's gonna happen. For that reason, I decided to place the Barbarian Hut in this side because look at the big group of units that are coming. That is just ridiculous. There's way too many, way too many. The only card that can save me right now is the Bomber. Look at that. Bomber is going to take care of those Barbarians and all those Goblins in 2 shots. Extremely powerful. Actually, 1 shot. Wow. Between Britney Spear and the Bomber, we are taking care of many units on the battlefield. Here we go. Hog Rider taking care of business. We're going to get close. Hog Rider is not going to do much, but we are already pushing towards my opponent. Got some Barbarians in there. Fireball, let's bring down the... Oh, perfect. Goblin Hut went down. So I got another group of Barbarians. We're going to wait for this unit to cross the bridge. Look at that. We got 2 Barbarian Hut. And then we're going to deploy probably Barbarians behind the Wizard. And this group of Barbarians is the full original Barbarian wave. This is a truly Barbarian wave. It's so difficult to stop. And if you have a Bomber and a Hog Rider behind, there is no way they can stop it unless you have freeze or something else. But that's not the case in this battle. See, more and more Barbarians are joining the party. This is just insane, the amount of Barbarians that they have on the battlefield right now. Another 3-star, another 3 crowns. This is TheGameHuntah. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Clash Royale. I'm going to show you some other decks in the next episode. Probably I'm going to do the skeleton deck. That's another one that I've been using lately. But don't forget, like, subscribe, share my videos. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.